Yo, what's up, YouTubers, universe? Welcome back to my channel. Here again to make another YouTube video. I'm here to talk about WWE Wrestlemania 2025, Wrestlemania 41, my predictions and what I think about it. So, I'm gonna start with WrestleMania Night 1. This video is just gonna be specifically for WWE WrestleMania 41 Night 1 Saturday, okay? And the next video I'm gonna do WrestleMania Night 2 for Sunday on Easter Day, okay? So this video, if you're watching, is for WrestleMania Night 1 Saturday, okay? So let's turn in my predictions and what I think about it. It's been a long time. I haven't posted a video talking about my WWE predictions and what I think, okay? So I thought I would make a video because it's been a while. It's been a couple of years now. I think last year I made one. I don't remember. So anyway, let's talk about it. Let's talk about first, really, Gunther is gonna defend the world heavyweight champion versus the winner of the 2025 Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso. Really, you have a world heavyweight champion, Gunther, versus Jey Uso? Really? That's the best you got for WrestleMania? And hopefully WWE doesn't blow it. Hopefully not. Hopefully Gunther doesn't lose the WWE World Heavyweight Champion to Jey Uso at WrestleMania. Because last year at WrestleMania 40, Gunther lost to to Sam to Sami Zayn. Really? I think I could remember clearly. I think it was a low blow or stupid way, but Sami Zayn defeated Gunther for the Intercontinental Champion. So it will be messed up if he does it again. Make Gunther lose the World Heavyweight Champion to Jey Uso because Jey Uso wins by a bullshit, low blow too, or somehow. Or don't tell me Goldberg will help Jey Uso. It never happened, by the way, about Goldberg and Gunther. Whatever happened that story? If you guys remember last year, couple of months last year, remember Gunther were talking about shit about Goldberg. Then Goldberg respond, okay, later I'm gonna have a match later on in the future in WWE. Not meaning Gunther, but it was like a sign and nothing really happened much between them. So I don't know. Maybe they could surprise us. Maybe the Goldberg could interfere and screw Gunther, make a story after WrestleMania. It could be WrestleMania Backlash or whatever they're gonna make. They're gonna name it after WrestleMania next pay-per-view. It could be Gunther versus Goldberg. But I don't know. We haven't heard anything about Goldberg. Goldberg having any match anytime soon. I know he signed a WWE contract. If you guys don't remember, Goldberg's in WWE. But when? When? Is he even facing John Cena before John Cena retires? You guys want to see Goldberg versus John Cena? Huh? No, that's another story, right? We're not here to talk about Goldberg. But I'm here like similar Goldberg Gunther. If you guys remember the story behind it. So yeah, will Goldberg screw Gunther at WrestleMania? That's the only way Jey Uso wins the title by BS bullshit. Or Jey Uso wins by the help of his brother. Huh? Jimmy Uso. Or Jey Uso wins by low blow BS, somehow BS, and defeats Gunther. Or Gunther wins now Either Gunther wins now, he defeats Jey Uso to retain the World Heavyweight Champion because Gunther already lost last year's WrestleMania. He shouldn't lose again this WrestleMania. But WWE is doing mamadas BS. Especially Gunther versus Jey Uso. Come on now. They could have at least Gunther versus Randy Orton. See, now Randy Orton does have a WrestleMania. He's not going to WrestleMania. People, that will be money. Gunther versus Randy Orton coming below. It would have been better. I know you'll be like thinking, so if it was going to be Randy Orton was going to win the Royal Rumble? Yeah, maybe. Or at least it could have been Gunther versus Jey Uso versus Randy Orton triple threat match. Just to put out there. Even though maybe Jey Uso still won the Royal Rumble, but Randy Orton, somehow he got involved, somehow in the story. Some way, I don't know. Somehow. But we would have seen a triple threat. Maybe a little bit better and a little bit more harder, predictable for Gunther. So what do you guys think, huh? Maybe it would have been better. Gunther versus Jey Uso versus Randy Orton triple threat match. Now that you see Randy Orton is not going to WrestleMania. And that's another story, obviously. So, yep. Hopefully Gunther doesn't lose. Again, like he did last year with Jay. With Sami Zayn. Now with Jey Uso, hopefully no. Yup, let's move on. Now it's for the WWE or whatever World Tag Team Champions of Raw. Reading that here on my other phone. It's gonna be the Warrior Raiders versus the New Day. Again, with the New Day. And what's the point in them turning heel? Or they're gonna win the title, but now this time as a heel? Or if they don't win the title, then what's the point being heels? If they're not gonna win the title, being booed more? Where's this going being heels? The New Day? I don't know. And by the way, Kofi Kingston's WWE contract expires this year. So would he leave WWE now? I don't know, because he's almost going to be 19 or 20 years. I've noticed on WWE, if you're 19 or 20 years in WWE, you don't last anymore. You get released because you're nothing. Be honest, they become nothing. If you're 19 or 20 years in the business and you're nothing, eventually you're gone from WWE. So maybe it's Kofi Kingston's time. If he loses at WrestleMania, maybe it's a clue that the New Day is over. We don't know what else to do with the New Day. WWE doesn't know. They're like, yeah, they're heels, but I don't know where's this going. So maybe they get released. Or maybe just Kofi Kingston leaves and Xavier stays in WWE a little bit more. Because he came later on. Kofi Kingston came first. So, yep. Just to let you know, Kofi Kingston's WWE contract expires this year, 2025, a couple of months. So, maybe he leaves. Because, like I mentioned, WWE superstars don't last too many years when it comes to 19, 20 years. Just example, that happened to Dolph Ziggler. He lasted 20 years in WWE, and they released Dolph Ziggler. By the way, I miss Dolph Ziggler. Hopefully, he comes back to WWE after TNA. Come back. Will he be pushed? I don't know. We'll see. But that's, again, another story. Out of topic. So, who do I think is going to win? Well, it's hard to say because, like I said, Kofi Kingston's WWE contract expired. So, I don't know. This is just a question mark. And do I care? Not really. So, let's just move on, right? To the next one. Right? Now Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano, a mask guy that is supposedly, well, it is Chad Gable. And I'm assuming that the whole universe knows it's Chad Gable because the Wikipedia, if you go to Chad Gable and you go to Wikipedia, it says that it is Chad Gable, the El Mexicano mask guy. So now he's not Chad Gable anymore, or he is, but like a different guy, different person. I don't know where's this going. Does it make sense? I don't know. Is it just a one thing for WrestleMania? Don't know. But really, Chad Gable, WWE putting them down. Chad Gable should be champion by now. WWE champion, World Heavyweight champion, because he has a great moves like Kurt Angle. What do you guys think? Comment below. Should Chad Gable be on top guy? Just like Kurt Angle? Hey, Kurt Angle was goofy before, remember? If you're an OG fan of WWE, you know Kurt Angle was funny before and he was on top and everything. So yeah, Kurt Angle and Chad Gable is similar things, moves and everything. He could be champion. Comment below. What do you guys think about Chad Gable? Should he be pushed more? I think so. So, talking about this, Rey Mysterio WWE contract expires this year as well. Maybe this is the last WrestleMania we see at WrestleMania. Rey Mysterio, his contract expires this year in 2025. So maybe he needs to win. Maybe he's like, no, yeah, I'm gonna win. Or maybe he's like, nah, I don't care if I win because this is my last WrestleMania and I'm leaving WWE again. Yes, again, WWE. Rey Mysterio has left WWE a couple of times. Rey Mysterio. Would he leave? I'm assuming maybe he retires unless he tries to AEW. I don't know, but his contract's up, and anyway, in WWE, he's down anyway. A lot of them are not good anymore. If you've been in the business 19, 20, 22 years, and you're nothing, you're never gonna be nothing. You're getting older, man. Be honest. You're nothing. You're nothing. So, I say Chad Gable as the American mask guy, whatever it's called. I think he's gonna win. So let's move on. Stupid WrestleMania matches cards. I hate this. Stupid. They did whatever, man. Really. This WrestleMania just really whatever. Let's just do whatever matches, random and whoever. Like really, Remington versus Chad Gable. I don't have a problem with Chad Gable, but really, Remington should have been with somebody else better. And maybe Chad Gable with somebody else better. Mysterio versus Randy Orton, maybe. Or Chad Gable versus Randy Orton. I'm just saying Randy Orton because he's not at WrestleMania. Should have been something like that, right? What do you guys think? Comment below. So let's move on. Now, Chad. Now, Jade Cargill versus Naomi. We all knew this match was gonna happen at WrestleMania, but who cares? Naomi's nothing, so Jade Cargill is gonna win to get a little bit more push, because be honest, Naomi is nothing. So Jade Cargill is gonna win to get the push for WrestleMania to win. So yeah, that easy. With whatever, let's just put Jade Cargill versus Naomi because we don't know what else that should have gone really for WrestleMania. Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair for WrestleMania. But oh well, they just put whatever. Stupid WrestleMania card. Now, for the WWE United States Champion, LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. This one is so-so. If LA Knight loses and Jacob Fatu wins, LA Knight is nothing. Because last year, he won the US title, right? Then lost it to, I don't know who, maybe Logan Paul. Then Logan Paul, LA Knight again. And he's gonna drop maybe LA the title to Jacob Fatu. Then LA Knight will be nothing. Yeah, he's getting boring. Everyone is down. Being honest, WWE destroys careers, destroys everyone. By that time, because fans love LA Knight. I like LA Knight, don't get me wrong. But by that time he wins the WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, be like, nah, it's too late already, move on. Yeah, you're boring, you're nothing, yeah, you're down WWE, blow it already. When the time I wanted you to be champion, you're nothing. It's just, being honest, just like Drew McIntyre when he won the WWE Champion WrestleMania. Raw expect him to be champion years back when he was the chosen one. Yeah, when he won at WrestleMania, like, yeah, you won it, but especially late and especially empty arena in 2020 or 19 with empty arena because of COVID. Yeah, you defeated Brock Lesnar, but it was too late. So maybe LA Knight will be champion, World Head Champion, WWE Champion, or maybe one time and doesn't last long, it will be a fluke, or maybe not. Maybe he will never be champion. Who knows? Comment below. So maybe Jacob Fatu is not gonna win. I think LA Knight is gonna win because LA Knight needs the victory more, and Jacob Fatu, he doesn't need really the United States champion. He could be tagged later on or something. So, but if Jacob Fatu wins, okay. LA Knight is nothing. So it depends. This stupid WrestleMania cards, whatever. See, whatever. Anyway, let's move on. I hate this. This is WrestleMania Night 1, and I started to hate it already. Now, Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Champion. Well, everyone wants Tiffany to win. Of course, I'm a fan too. Hopefully she wins. And Charlotte no, because we get tired of Charlotte putting down everyone. But maybe it's not Charlotte's time anymore. Who knows? Maybe Charlotte's not gonna win the title. This one's hard to say. If Charlotte wins, you're saying, Tiffany, you're nothing. Because if you're really getting push, you win. The future wins. So it depends. Is it kind of predictable? If Charlotte wins, yes. People will be like, we saw a comment. Saw this coming because Charlotte always wins. Always defeats the young ones. But remember, every woman that wins the title by Money in Bank don't last. And Tiffany won the title by Money in Bank. But maybe it could be different this time. Who knows? But at the same time, maybe Charlie wins the title. So Charlie versus Tiffany part 2 again. Rematch, because if Tiffany wins, now who is she gonna defend the title next? Think about it. Just whichever. So maybe Charlie does win and loses back to Tiffany. They always does that with Charlotte. Oh, give it to Charlotte. she loses the title, okay, to the new one because of rematch. That happened with Charlotte, Flair, and Rhea Ripley. That happened to Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. They were back and forth, hot potato the title. So hopefully that doesn't happen with Charlotte and Tiffany back and forth. They always does that back and forth, repeat the same over, the same damn women's. They don't know what else. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully Tiffany defeats Charlotte, and then, but if she does, then who is Tiffany gonna defend title? I guess just random whoever, maybe from NXT, maybe Tiffany versus Roxanne Perez, maybe, I don't know. Or unless it's Charlotte's versus Roxanne Perez. Similar like we got at Rumble, Women's World Rumble match. Maybe something like that. But hopefully Tiffany wins. So, yeah, let's move to the next match. Now, a triple threat match. It's for nothing. And this is the main event. What for? It doesn't matter. It's just for nothing. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins for the... Nope, it's not for the World Heavyweight Champion. It's not for the WWE Champion. It's for no title. Just triple threat. You know what? Before WrestleMania days ago, the days like, what can we do with Roman Reigns? What can we do with CM Punk? What can we do with Rollins? Let's all put them all together. For what? The writer's like, is it gonna be for a title? Nah, it doesn't need a title. People just not gonna care. Just have those 3 triple threat for, just let me think. Oh yeah. Let's make a story about Paul Heyman, and let's blow it already on TV. Let's throw it on TV out there. Oh, Paul Heyman is gonna be on a corner with one of those. Let's tell them already who is Paul Heyman is gonna be before WrestleMania, so they could be. It's predictable already. What? So you already told us that who is Paul Heyman is gonna be. So whoever Paul Heyman is gonna be, he's gonna help at WrestleMania win the match. That's a no. That's a bad. Because now the story between is really about Paul Heyman. Now Seth Rollins telling Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman that Paul Heyman owns a favor to Seth Rollins because saving him. So now you're telling me on TV that now Paul Heyman maybe helps Seth Rollins wins the match. That's the favor. So really, you're giving us a hint. You should have not been telling us a hint. It should have just happened at WrestleMania. Say Paul Heyman helps Seth Rollins, will be like, oh, Paul Heyman just screwed Roman Reigns CM Punk. Now he's with Seth Rollins. But now you told us already on TV, you destroyed the whole thing. So now we know that Seth Rollins gonna defeat Roman Reigns and CM Punk at WrestleMania Night 1. So yep, this is, I guess Seth Rollins gonna win. This is WrestleMania Night 1, Saturday. Bad. It sucks, the card, guys. It's terrible. It's boring. Comment below what you guys think. So, yep, that's my WrestleMania things, what I think, predictable, whatever you want to call it, prediction, whatever, stupid card. So, yep, this is WrestleMania for Saturday, Night 1. Comment below what do you guys think, who's going to win. Want to know your opinion? Like and subscribe. Later, guys. Peace. Gonna watch WrestleMania, of course, Saturday and Sunday. See the next video for WrestleMania Night 2. I'm gonna do, okay? So tune into the next video, WrestleMania Night 2. See you in the next video, monos.